It's your man, Brother News, from the News Knowledge Life Real Talk channel. Thank you all for tuning in for another informative video, my people. And I want to talk about the police officer, the Capitol Police officer, Lieutenant Tarik Johnson, a brother that had to fake it to make it to save those U.S. Capitol officers in that building when these rioters went into that building. These Trump supporters went into that building. And Lieutenant Tarik Johnson is a Democrat, or a registered Democrat voter. And he put his life in danger by putting on his MAGA hat, to fake it to make it. And, he had to fake it to make it all the way through this, because if they would have found out that he wasn't who he was or whatever, they could have took him out right there. They could have stampeded him just like they stampede a lot of people up in there. There was a officer that got crushed in the doors. They slammed him in the doors. He was screaming and hollering. He died. There was a lot of people that was getting stampeded due to the riots running towards the building. That people fell and they was getting stumped as the rioters was running into this building. There was a woman that was shot, a couple people that was shot as well. It was a crazy massacre there on January 6th. I also have a video here that I want to show y'all with Lieutenant Tarik Johnson talking to a group of Trump supporters called the Oath Keepers. And as the militia groups go on, we learned that it's more and more militia groups out there, like Antifa, the Devil Dogs, the Proud Boys, the Oath Boys, Black Lives Matter, all of these groups are funded by George Soros, my people. And what they're doing, they are stirring up different groups and playing these groups against each other so they can cause chaos and draw the attention off the big picture of what's really going on out here. So I'm going to read on this and play the video, family, because y'all need to see how this brother, Lieutenant Tarik Johnson had to play his cards. I mean, there was a risky situation, if they would have found out that he was faking, they could have really handled him in a bad way in this situation. I'm gonna read to y'all right now and jump into this video right here. During the riots at the U.S. Capitol, Lieutenant Tarik Johnson was spotted donning a Make America Great Again hat and coordinating with the Trump supporters. But newly surfaced video suggests it may have been a ploy to help a group of his fellow officers who were surrounded by the mob. And like I said, he had to fake it to make it to get in there to save these officers. And really, he should receive an award, some type of award through the government for saving those people. But we know how things work. We know that they ain't giving this brother no award, for saving them officers, because all this was plotted. But I'm going to play this video right now and jump back into the commentary, my people.
I don't think at all he was trying to make a statement. I think he was just trying to help his guys, and that's what he succeeded in doing. It's really hard to tell from the video how chaotic it was. It was really loud. There's pepper spray and tear gas.
There is no training for what occurred on January 6th. There is no police academy on what to do if you are overwhelmed 100 to 1.
And we're getting beat up, but the people who didn't vote for him are laughing at us.
Well, what's interesting at the outset is he is attempting to gain their support by sympathizing with them. And as it turns out, he's a registered Democrat.
Yeah, but if you guys could help me extract these people, I'd appreciate it.
So the officer asked explicitly if we could help him get his people out of there.
Yeah, I just need to get the other officers out. Oh, you need to get they're trying to get out. Scared.
I can do that.
Let's go. I can help.
I saw what appeared to be someone flashing some form of credential. I would like to know, certainly know what that was. However, I would take it with a grain of salt.
Okay, you can even use my megaphone and I'll follow you.
Who do you got to get out?
The lieutenant actually offered his megaphone. Apparently, he was trying to garner trust, trying to elicit their help, and maybe that was a way of doing so. But it was just the oddest thing I have ever seen in my life.
So there's 4 of us involved total, the police officer and me and 2 other gentlemen. This guy doesn't know who any of us are. We don't know who any of the other people are. At that moment, everybody knew what needed to be done. We needed to go up there, push past some people, and get the police officers out of there.
Hey, just let me hold on to you. Okay, we're here. We got you.
They're actually kind of protecting him. There's one person in front and one in the rear. Said, "Okay, brother."
We got you. Hang on. I'm right there, brother. Okay.
The person in the rear has his hand on his back to support him so he doesn't fall. As a former police officer, one thing that always disturbs me, but it's unavoidable, is walking through a crowd that size with your firearm exposed. However, the crowd seems rather sympathetic to him because he's wearing the hat and he's being escorted by these 2 men.
Housekeepers. Mike, thanks.
It seemed like a protest till I got to the top of the stairs with the cop. Then you can see there was people actually fighting the police officers.
I really kind of held on to my chair and prepared myself to watch on video this lieutenant get hit from behind and fall to the ground.
I think it happened quick enough that most didn't notice. Because he was wearing that hat, might have helped him get past a lot of people. We did get jumbled around. We got to taste the pepper spray and the tear gas and all that, but it could have been significantly worse, and it would have been worse had we not got the police officers out of there.
The cops are leaving. Let him leave. Run. Let them leave.
There was a woman who was hugging the police officers. I don't know how you can seek to trespass and by force into the U.S. Capitol and then hug the police officers on the way out. As a former law enforcement officer, sad to watch that video of the police retreating and the crowd cheering that they have won. There is no way to train for this. When there is a failure up top, this is what happens.
I think he was doing the best he could with what he had. And because of his actions, people are probably alive today that wouldn't be otherwise.
Clearly, he's not necessarily a MAGA supporter. Clearly, he feels that this is the best way to do his job. Only his department can be the ultimate judge of whether he did the right thing.
Wow. And as y'all can see right there, my people, that that group is called the Oath Keepers. And I told y'all before that there's probably 1,000 different groups like this, you know, and all of these groups, Antifa, the Devil Dogs, like I said, you know, the Oath Keepers, Black Lives Matter. I mean, all of these groups are funded by George Soros to keep stuff stirred up. You know what I mean? They want to keep things stirred up and play people against each other where, you know, you think that this group is against this group, or you think that this group right here is for the, you know, I mean, that thing that dude had in his hand, you know, when at the beginning of the video, was something on the code, my people, for the rest of the people to step back and do whatever he said, like he was a leader or he had some type of rank or something in this game. You know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't for Lieutenant Tarik Johnson, his brother here, those polices, I don't think all of them wouldn't have made it out safe. You know, even though one died, I know one got crushed in that door. You know, he passed away. He died, but there was some people that got killed and got stampede in this riot as well. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. This is crazy. You know, that brother could have lost his life, you know, trying to fake it to make it. You know what I mean? If they would have caught on to his game and knew he was bullshitting, you know what I mean, they could have took him out then. You know what I mean? They came in with guns, they came in with all kinds of things. You know, ain't no telling, they probably had bombs and everything else, you know. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section about the cop here, Lieutenant Tarik Johnson. They had to fake it to make it all the way out and get those officers out of that Capitol. All right, my people. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel. You know, make sure you hit that bell, and that bell says get all notifications so you'll be notified when new videos come out. And also subscribe to my main page, the News, Knowledge, and Life channel. If you look that up, the News, Knowledge, and Life channel, go there and subscribe to that channel as well. That's my main page. I will be back on next Tuesday. I'm dealing with a suspension right now for telling too much truth. So y'all take it light tonight, my people. Keep coming back to the News, Knowledge, Life, Real Talk channel. And your man, brother News is out. Catch me on the next video. One love. Peace.